From the 5A state tournament in Paragould, it's time for the Valley View Blazers on the EAB Sports Network and the Blazer News Network. Today's broadcast is presented by NEA Baptist, First National Bank, Kavanaugh Auto Group, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Focus Bank, Prestige Heating and Cooling, Stanley Woodard Law Firm, Central Toyota, Vision Care Center, Air Today, Arkansas State University, and Centennial Bank. Now let's head to our NEA Baptist broadcast position for the First National Bank pregame show.
Has been punched. One more to come, and it's live from Bruce Hunt Field on the campus of Greene County Tech High School in Paragould. The Arkansas Activities Association brings to the Class 5A State Baseball Tournament semifinals presented by Centennial Bank. The two-time defending State 5A champions, the 8 straight time semifinalists Valley View Blazers take on the 5A West champion Van Buren Pointers. Hello again, everybody. Will Oswald with you from our NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist Healthcare for the next century, bringing you our pregame coverage brought to you by First National Bank, where they put you first always. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. What a game yesterday and Thursday as Valley View 2 to the good, a 1-0 pitcher's duel on Thursday with Alma, and yesterday a 6-2 comeback win over Greenbrier in the quarterfinals, keyed by a 3-run go-ahead 5th inning and capped off by Madden Tatum's solo homer in the 6th to ice it for the Blazers. Speaking of Mr. Tatum, he'll be on the mound this afternoon for Valley View as they take on a fellow champion in the Van Buren Pointers. Head coach Jason Weatherford, or Luke Weatherford, his ball club 2-0 coming in, opening up on Thursday with a big win on the bottom half of the bracket. They played at Paragould High School on Thursday, beating Batesville 10-4, coming from behind after trailing 1-0 after 4.5 innings. They scored 4 in the 5th and went on to the win. Yesterday, a 10-4 winner on Thursday. Yesterday, they had Hot Springs Lakeside in the late game here at Bruce Hunt Field, 5-4. We'll give you the starting lineups presented by Central Toyota, and there's a change in the Valley View lineup. We'll have that for you in 2 minutes when we return to more of the First National Bank pregame show from Greene County Tech, the Arkansas Activities Association 5A Baseball Tournament presented by Centennial Bank on the EAB Sports Network, the Ticket Radio Network, and the Blazer News Network.
At Centennial Bank, our focus has always been on the people and communities we serve, and that's something that will never change. We're passionate about the same things you are. That's why we're proud to support Arkansas State University and all our communities in Northeast Arkansas. Whether it's opening up a new account, online or mobile banking, or helping you with the perfect loan, our promise is to always be here for you. At Centennial Bank, we're banking with you in mind.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
The Arkansas heat is relentless, and if your AC can't keep up, your home can turn into an oven fast. Sticking to the furniture, tossing and turning at night. Enough is enough. Prestige Heating and Cooling is ready to get your system back on track. From quick repairs to full replacements, they deliver prompt, professional service you can count on. Call 870-586-3555 or find them on Facebook. Prestige Heating and Cooling. Prompt, professional, prestige.
Every person deserves respect, and that's what you're promised when you work with Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Bill Stanley and Jared Woodard have earned their reputation as hometown lawyers that get big city results. In fact, they've both been recognized in the National Trial Lawyers Association Top 100. They won't take shortcuts and won't squeeze you for every penny, whether it's personal injury, nursing home neglect, criminal defense, or civil litigation. Get respect, results, relief with Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Call 932-2000 and visit stanleywoodard.com.
For over 25 years, Central Toyota has proudly served drivers across Northeast Arkansas with the reliability and quality you expect from Toyota. And right now, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, including 2 years or 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Whether you're shopping for a rugged truck, a family SUV, or a fuel-saving sedan, Central Toyota is ready to help you find the perfect fit. Visit Central Toyota, 3305 Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro. Find them on Facebook and shop online at centraltoyota.com.
The Greene County Tech High School in Paragould. That's where it is. Will Oswald back with you.
For over 25 years, Central Toyota has
brought to you by Central Toyota, where you can check them out at 3305 Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro. Look them up on Facebook or at centraltoyota.com. Now, both these teams are number one seeds, and as such, a coin toss held prior to the game to determine which team would choose the option of being the home team or the visiting team. Van Buren won the toss. They'll be the home team. So here's the lineup for the Blazers. One change down in the bottom part. Everything at the top still the same. Noah Ragsdale leading off. He'll be at second base. Owen Roach in right field hits second. Keaton Mathis behind the plate batting third. In the cleanup spot, the third baseman, Barrett Mallett. Will Finley, who was the winning pitcher yesterday, he'll be at first base today batting fifth. Levi Martin, who had the 1-0 three-hit shutout on Thursday against Alma at Paragould High, he'll be the DH and bat sixth. Madden Tatum, the pitcher today, batting seventh. The change is in left field. Leighton Holt will get the start for the Blazers as Parker King will start on the bench. Holt will bat eighth. Cannon Driscoll, the shortstop, batting ninth. And once again, Noah Scutero, the center fielder, being the player the DH is used for in Levi Martin. Ragsdale, Roach, Mathis, Mallett, Finley, Martin, Tatum, Holt, and Driscoll, and Noah Scutero, the starting center fielder. For the Pointers, the other half of the interesting canine nicknames out in West Arkansas, they played the Airedales on Thursday, did Valley View. True Gazelle will be at second base. He'll lead it off. Weston Wilcox, the starting pitcher, will bat second. Hitting third is his battery mate, the catcher, Trenton Glover. The DH this afternoon, Reed Anderson, batting in the cleanup spot. Carson Glover is at third base, batting fifth. Hudson Stewart is sixth. He's the shortstop, wearing number 1. That's a pretty good number for a shortstop, I'd say. The right fielder hits seventh for the Pointers. That's Lakeland Merritt. Caleb Cole is the first baseman. He'll bat eighth. And Titan Wynn, that's Tytan, very unique spelling. He's the left fielder and will bat ninth. And like Valley View, the DH for the Pointers, batting for their center fielder is Tristan Ray. Cazell, Wilcox, Trenton Glover, Anderson, Carson Glover, Stewart, Merritt, Cole, and Wynn. Ray, the right fielder. It is even windier today than yesterday. It's coming from the south, and it's really breezy. It's been overcast pretty much all day today. There was rain here in the area this morning, a lot more so here in Greene County than there was in Jonesboro. As a matter of fact, coming up late this morning, some of the streets were still wet. Linwood Drive especially, Highway 49/Highway 1. Earlier today, Benton punching their ticket on a wild one over Greene County Tech, 15-7. Tech scored 5 runs in the top of the fifth to take a 7-3 lead. But with 2 out in the bottom of the fifth, the Panthers got back-to-back bases-loaded walks, followed by back-to-back bases-loaded doubles, back-to-back double 2-run doubles, and then a 3-run homer to score 9 in the inning. They added 3 more in the sixth to win it 15-7. Our tournament coverage, our tournament scoreboard and update brought to you by Air Today, delivering top-notch HVAC services to Northeast Arkansas. Check them out at 933-2653-870 and visit airtoday.net. First pitch brought to you by Farmers and Merchants Bank, a leader in ag lending for over 75 years. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Weston Wilcox to face Noah Ragsdale. The first pitch is on the way. Outside letter high at 3:24. So a minute ahead of announced start time. The first game running about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Especially with 14 runs combined in the fifth inning between the Golden Eagles and the Panthers. The 1-0 pitch. Low, just off the outside corner, 2-0. Outfield left to right for the Pointers. Wynn, Ray, and Merritt. From the belt, Wilcox gets the sign from Trenton Glover, his battery mate. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-1. Around the horn on the infield for Van Buren, Carson Glover, Stewart, Cazell, and Cole. And as I mentioned, Trenton Glover, the catcher, and Weston Wilcox, the Pointers starting pitcher. Right-hander wearing number 13. From the wind, the 2-1 bounces in behind the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Ragsdale, Roach, and Mathis, the top 3 in the order for the Blazers. The top 8 in the order, the same as it was yesterday. And again, the change in top 7 in the order, the same as yesterday. Batting-wise, Leighton Holt in left field this afternoon, and Cannon Driscoll batting ninth. 3 balls and a strike. Wilcox from the set, winds and fires. Fouled into the screen, full count, 3-2. Good cut by Ragsdale, just could not get it to straighten out. Again, deep, a heavy wind from the south, I'd say probably in the 10 to 15 mile an hour range with gusts at least in the 20s. Temperature in the mid 80s this afternoon. Here in Paragould, sun trying to peek through. Payoff pitch from Wilcox to Ragsdale. Swing and a miss, struck it out. 1 down here in the top half of the first. And oh, Lordy mercy. Well, it is World Cup year, but I thought FIFA had banned the vuvuzelas. Heard a couple of those yesterday in one of the games. Ragsdale was 0 for 4 yesterday, now 0 for his last 5, at least. Here's Owen Roach, 2 for 3, scored a couple yesterday. The right fielder from the right side. High pop up in the infield. Going back is the Carson Glover, the third baseman. Shortstop Stewart calls him off, and he has it for the out. Quickly 2 down. Valley View, if you're listening on radio in the Powder Blues, with the light, with the very slim blue and white trim down the pants legs, Blazers in cursive in the front, numbers front and back, and the Valley View a la Milwaukee Brewer logo on the right shoulder, all in gold trimmed in blue. Weston Wilcox trying to get out of the inning. He's thrown 7 pitches so far. Here's number 8, check swing. Did he go around? Appeal to first? No swing. Pointer fans thought otherwise, but the men in blue, are actually black, said no swing. 1 ball, no strikes to Keaton Mathis. 1 for 2. Hit by pitch, scored twice yesterday. Outside corner, belt high, caught it. Strike 2. Mathis was walked and hit by a pitch twice in the win over Alma on Thursday afternoon at Paragould High. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, top of the first. That's in the dirt, off the turf, swing and a miss. And Mathis in the hole, 1-2. Cazell, Wilcox, and Trenton Glover for Van Buren. Out of Crawford County over in western Arkansas. In their half of the first, from the set, takes a deep breath.
Yeah, that was my fault.
The wind and the pitch. In the turf, bounces in front of the plate, goes back to the screen. Great crowd here from Valley View, and Van Buren brought a fantastic crowd as well from western Arkansas. Winner plays the Benton Panthers in the weekend of champions in Hot Springs next week. There's a fly ball, deep left field, going back, you can get that baby out of here! It's gone! 2-out home run for Keaton Mathis. It's 1-0 Blazers. Just like where Greenwood put those home runs yesterday early on, with that strong southerly wind behind it, went to the right of the right pole, over the left center field wall, and the Blazers jump out on top, just as they did on Thursday against Alma, the only run of the game. That'll bring in the cleanup hitter, Barrett Mallett. outside, just missed the corner at the knees. What a day he had yesterday. 2 for 3. An RBI single and a 2-run double. In that comeback 6-2 win over the Greenbrier Panthers yesterday in a whale of a ball game. Two pretty darn good teams. Van Buren, pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, a heater from Wilcox. That was a dandy. Right down central. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch number 14 of the first inning for the Pointers hurler. Van Buren in the green tops. Pointers in script. And numbers and letters front and back in white, trimmed in black. Gray pants. Great. There's a pop-up, fouling out of play to the right side. Pointers in the green caps with the VB interlocked on the front. Black bills. Gray pants with the, it's like black pinstripe down the pant legs.
All right, Max is free.
Infield straight away around the horn. 1-2 pitch. That's in the turf. Might have heard it hit the backstop. Mallett, the third baseman this afternoon.
All right, Max is free.
We'll check softball for you in a bit. Action underway in the second semifinal. Farmington and Sylvan Hills. The 2-2. Outside. Woo, 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 woo. Didn't miss by much. Full count to Mallett with Will Finley on deck. One nothing Valley View, 2 out, top of the first, 5A semifinal from Greene County Tech. The 3-2 from Wilcox. There's a pop-up foul out of play. And we'll do it again. 5A East champion Valley View, 5A West champion Van Buren. Pointers 23-7. They've won 3 straight after yesterday's win over Hot Springs Lakeside and 14 of their last 16. 3-2 pitch again. Outside, ball 4. Back-to-back base runners for the Blazers. Here's Will Finley, 1 for 2 yesterday with a walk. He was 1 for 3 on Thursday against Alma with a single. So runner at first, 2 down for the Blazers. 2-out homer from Keaton Mathis to left center, giving Valley View the lead. Outside low, 1-0. In this game here on News Talk 1230 AM, 102.1 FM KBTM. Arkansas State baseball in Mobile trying to save their season after a loss to South Al last night. They have to win and get a lot of help today. Woo, outside corner. There it is, a strike. 1-1 the count. Get you an update from Eddie Stanky Field here in a moment. Wilcox looks back at first. Caleb Cole on the bag. Short lead from the runner. Strike on the outside half of the plate, 0-2. Well, right now, Arkansas State in deep trouble. They're in the top of the 8th. 1 out, trailing South Al 6-2. Again, a loss and they're done. A win, they need some extra help to try to get to Montgomery for the conference tournament starting Tuesday. 1-2 pitch from Wilcox. Swing and a miss, struck him out. His second K of the inning, and that ends it. But a 2-out solo homer from Keaton Mathis gives Valley View the lead into the 5A baseball semifinals presented by Centennial Bank. After a half inning, Valley View 1. Van Buren coming up.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services like fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just for opening your new really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Although we believe the real gift is banking with people who truly get you. Focus Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Vision Care Center of Northeast Arkansas, we know that great vision matters, both on the field and in the stands. The Glasses Shop at Vision Care Center features expert stylists and a broad selection of styles and frames. Plus, Vision Care Center offers diagnosis, treatment, and care for an assortment of eye conditions. Your road to excellent vision starts at Vision Care Center of Northeast Arkansas. Call 870-932-2211 to schedule an appointment today at any of our Jonesboro, Paragould, or Pocahontas locations.
Welcome back to Broussard Field at Greene County Tech. The 5A State Baseball Tournament semifinals presented by Centennial Bank. The bottom of the first brought to you by Prestige Heating and Cooling. Professional Prestige. You can check them out on Facebook. Give them a call at 870-586-3555. It's Madden Tatum pitching for the Blazers this afternoon. The right-hander will face Truett Cazell, Weston Wilcox, and Trenton Glover here in the bottom half of the first, and the Blazers on top 1-0. Winner will play Benton sometime next weekend in the Weekend of Champions at Majestic Park in Hot Springs. First year of the 5-year deal for baseball and softball at Majestic Park, and Hot Springs Lakeside High School will host the soccer championship matches. A bug flying around us. Get out of here, you. Madden Tatum, the senior. Faces the second baseman, Truett Cazell. Right-handed hitter. That bounces in the dirt off of the mid of Keaton Mathis. Van Buren finished 13-1 in the 5A West, a game ahead of Greenwood. Mountain Home was third, and Alma finished fourth. From the wine, 1-0, right down, ooh. It was letter high, but just inside for a ball. We need the late, great Bella to come swat some flies or something up here. Our late cat that was good at swatting them. She swatted them, I took care of the rest. Inside, 3-0 to Truett Cazell. Wilcox and Trenton Glover to follow for the Pointers. The 3-0. Outside corner, caught it for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Cazell, a sophomore, 6-footer. Swing and a miss, letter high inside, full count, 3-2. From the wine, the pitch from Tatum. Ball 4, just above the letters. And a leadoff walk for the Pointers' leadoff hitter, Truett Cazell. Now it's pitcher versus pitcher.
Now batting to number 13, Weston Wilcox.
You're good.
Wilcox, outfielder and pitcher. He's a senior.
Go batting.
Right-handed hitter. Runner at first to lead off the first for the Pointers. Fouled just above us into the screen. 0-1. Trenton Glover, the catcher, to follow. The tournament update brought to you by Air Today. Second semifinal, Farmington, 4-2 lead over Sylvan Hills. That game is in the bottom of the 6th now. Outside low, ball 1-1. By the way, on the mound for the Lady Cardinals is Hadley Hayes. I think Hadley Hayes back on the mound again in the circle for the Lady Cardinals, and hit him in the elbow. So the first 2 on for Van Buren on a walk and an HBP. Each team with 2 base runners in the first. That'll bring in the catcher, Trenton Glover.
Now batting catcher, Trenton Glover.
So Van Buren with the tying run in scoring position now. at second base. One nothing Blazers on the two-out homer from Keaton Mathis in the top of the first. Right down the middle between the belt and the knees, 0-1 for the Blazers in the top of the second. Martin, Tatum, and Holt, 6, 7, and 8. Will they still have the lead? Look back at second by Tatum. The pitch home. Low and just outside. 1-1, pitch number 11 of the game. 110 pitch limit under Arkansas Activities Association rules. If you reach that limit while you're pitching to a batter, you can complete the at-bat before you have to leave the game. Earlier today in softball, Benton 3-0 over Sheridan. So both Benton Diamond teams are headed for the Spa City. Outside low, 2-1. And looks like there may be some activity already in the Valley View bullpen down behind the third base dugout where the Blazers are again in this game as they were yesterday. In the visiting team, the coin toss between the two number 1 seeds to determine which team got the choice to be the home or away team. Pointers won the toss, and they are the home team. Ooh, just below the letters and just off the outside edge of the plate. 3 balls and a strike. With Reed Anderson, the DH, on deck for head coach Luke Weatherford in his 6th season at Van Buren. Ethan McKenzie in his 6th year. And Tyler Collins in year number 5. (3-1) from Mathis. Low and away, and he walks him loaded. Two walks, sandwich around an HBP, and Van Buren has him loaded here in the bottom of the first for the DH, Reed Anderson. And here comes a visit to the mound, and that's brought to you by the good folks at the Cavanaugh Auto Group. Check out their entire inventory of all their locations online at CavanaughCars.com. A walk, an HBP, and a walk, and all of a sudden, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. And we have a pitching change. A pitching change. We'll tell you who it is when we come back after a 1-minute timeout from Greene County Tech and Paragould. Bases loaded, nobody out. Valley View 1, Van Buren nothing.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We are lifesavers, life changers, and those who bring life to your world. We are where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are here when you need us most. We are NEA Baptist.
Hey man, your wife is hot.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, she said she was hot. I think it's like 80 degrees in your house.
Oh man, that's not good. I better call Air Today right now.
Whether you need AC or heating services, turn to the team of experts at Air Today Heating and Air Conditioning. Backed by over 25 years of experience, they have the expertise to do the job well. Call 933-2653 to learn more. That's 933-2653. Air Today, a proud supporter of Valley View Athletics. Light the flame.
Cohen Zaffarano, the new Valley View pitcher. As Josh Allison did not hesitate, the pitching change brought to you by the Cavanaugh Auto Group. After another meeting on the mound brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. Tatum stays in the game. He moves into center field. And he replaces Noah Scutero. Cleanup hitter Reed Anderson for Van Buren, and they've got them all loaded. Nobody out. Zaffarano's first pitch is outside for a ball. Or a strike on the outside corner. 14 pitches total for Tatum. The 0-1 to Anderson. Outside and low. Cazell at third. Wilcox at second. Trenton Glover at first. Walk, HBP, and a walk. And a pitching change. Time call. Batter steps out. You can hear that wind. They have not adjusted the pitch count on the scoreboard because there's been a pitching change. 1-0 Valley View in the bottom of the first. Outside, missed the corner. 2-1. Carson Glover, the third baseman, on deck for the Pointers. Josh Allison, his assistants Dustin Jones, Matt Snyder, Corbett Cooper, Jordan Vollner, and Tyler Von Canel. 2-1 from Zaffarano. Swing and a miss, little curve outside, knee high, 2-2. Nobody out, bottom of the first. Farmington ends a run in the bottom of the sixth. They're up 5-1 over Sylvan Hills with 3 outs to go. In the softball semifinal, the winner plays Benton in Hot Springs next week. 2-2 to count to Anderson. Now Zaffarano steps off. Looks at the dugout, getting the number combination from the dugout. Looks at the wristband, now back on the mound. A 2-2 pitch to Anderson from Zaffarano in relief of Tatum. There's a liner. Up the middle, gloved, throw to first, double play. Ragsdale gloved the backhander, stepped on the bag for one, threw to first for the unassisted 4-3 double play, but it does drive in a run. Truett Cazell ties it up. Wilcox goes to third. 2 down for Carson Glover, the third baseman. 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the first. Right-handed hitter, Carson Glover. Zaffarano's pitch in the turf, nicely blocked by Mathis. That run charged to Madden Tatum. Zaffarano, the senior. That's low. Backhanded by Mathis. 1 ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Hudson Stewart, the shortstop for the Pointers, on deck. Runner at third, 2 down. A double play after a walk, an HPP and a walk. The double play driving in a run. RBI for Anderson. Low and away, just missed the corner. 3-0. So again, the outfield for Valley View, Holt, Tatum, and Roach. Mallet, Driscoll, Ragsdale, Finley around the horn, and the battery now Zaffarano and Mathis. The 3-0. Strike. The old automatic on 3-0. Outside half of the plate, knee high. Kevin Turbeville here from the Jonesboro Sun. Chris Hutchison from KH Sports. 3-1, 2 out. Zaffarano's pitch to Anderson. Ball 4 and runners at the corners and 2 out. The third walk issued by Valley View pitching here in the bottom half of the first inning. Shortstop Hudson Stewart. As I mentioned earlier, pretty good number for a shortstop, number 1 on that green Van Buren Pointers jersey, little white and black stripe around the bottom of the sleeves. There's a wasp over there. Get away from us. Oh, swell up like a toad. Zaffarano trying to get out of the inning. Oh, beautiful curve inside corner for a strike. Again, Martin, Tatum, and Holt here in the top of the second. 1-1 tie. Runners at the corners for the Pointers and 2 out. Bottom of the first. And that one low. bobbled. Mathis able to block it, keep it in front of him. They appeal. Stewart check swing, no swing, says the first base umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Zaffarano shakes off the first sign, looks back at first, look over at third, nobody covering there. Good lead by Wilcox. Outside corner at the knees, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Finley playing on the bag at first. Guarding the runner, Carson Glover. 1-2 pitch. Chopper foul. Saves 1-2. 1-1 score. Valley View Van Buren in the second semifinal.
Oh, you said 3.
In the 5A state tournament presented by Centennial Bank. Benton coming from behind with 9 in the 5th to beat Greene County Tech 15-7 in the first semi in baseball this afternoon. 1-2, liner, foul ball about halfway between the bag and the wall. Didn't miss by much, maybe a foot or so foul. Noah Roach retrieves it, gets it back in toward the Van Buren dugout on the first base side. Again, both number 1 seeds, so a coin toss held before the game to determine who chooses home or away team. Van Buren won the toss. They picked the home team duties. 1-2 from Zaffarano to Stewart. Brings it home. High, 2-2. Throw down to second. Throw towards second. Gloved by Zaffarano, and to fake the third. The runner, Wilcox, gets back safely. Stolen base for Carson Glover. So second and third and 2 out, 2-2 the count. To Hudson Stewart, Lakeland Merritt on deck, the right fielder. Zaffarano pitching from the third base side of the rubber. Shakes off the first sign. Nod yes on the second from Keaton Mathis. The 2-2 pitch to Stewart. Swing and a miss, struck it out, and Valley View gets out of the inning with just the 1 run. 1 run on no hits. No errors, 3 walks, a hit batter, and 2 left after 1 from the 5A baseball semifinals at Greene County Tech. Valley View 1, Van Buren 1.
First National Bank's roots run deep in Northeast Arkansas. We began a single Paragould branch with one idea: customers first. By focusing on the best products banking has to offer and valuing the highest level of service, we're now 23 branches across Arkansas and Tennessee. As First National Bank grows, our roots only get deeper, and the mission remains the same: you first, always. Learn more about our products and services at fnbank.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When injury sidelines you, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here to get you back in the game. They've been serving our local high schools for over 40 years, and JOSM is proud to be the official healthcare provider of A-State Athletics, with locations on South Main and on East Matthews inside St. Bernard's Health and Wellness Center. Find out more by visiting JOSM on Facebook and at JonesboroOrtho.com. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game.
Levi Martin leaves it off for Valley View in the top of the second, which is brought to you by Focus Bank, delivering experience, service, and technology since 1931. Visit FocusBank.com, member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Our Air Today tournament update: the Farmington Lady Cardinals, a 5-1 winner over Sylvan Hills. They will play Benton next weekend for the state title in Class 5A at the Weekend of Champions in Hot Springs. Here it's 1-1 after 1. Weston Wilcox back on the hill, 23 pitches in the first for the pointer right-hander. Levi Martin, the DH. Now remember, he was hitting for Scutero originally. Scutero lifted from the game when Maddox Tatum was pulled from the pitching duties. He replaced Cutero in center when Zaffarano came in to pitch. 3 batters in after the first 3 reached in the bottom of the first for Van Buren. Madden Tatum and Leighton Holt due up here in the second. Let her high, but just off the inside edge. Ball 1. The wind picks up. Sun coming out now a bit. One for 3 yesterday in the win over Greenbrier. There's a pop-up foul out of play over the dugout to our right down the third base side.
Good job.
Martin 1 for 3 with the leadoff double in the second. His courtesy runner scored the only run of the game in the win over Alma on Thursday afternoon at Paragould High. The 1-1 pitch in there, knee high, outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Martin 2 for 6 in the series. It is Tatum on deck, the now center fielder. From the high set, now the wind. Wilcox pitch. There's a 2-hopper to second. Cazell has it. Easy throw over to Cole at first. 1 down here in the top half of the second. 4-3 if you're scoring at home. A lot of folks like to do that. I don't do that very often. I don't know why. I guess I'm busy doing too many other things. Here's Madden Tatum, who just 14 pitches in the first inning. The 1 run that scored it is charged to him. It's an earned run, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and a hit batter. Throws right, bats left. Here's the first pitch from Wilcox. That's high and away. Just a little bit outside.
Can we not straight?
1 ball and a strike. 1 ball, no strikes, actually.
I didn't know if that was right.
Middle infield, playing at the edge of the outfield turf. Strike. Bell tie. Outside part of the plate. 1-1. It's number 32 now for Weston Wilcox, the senior hurler for the Pointers. From the wind, the 1-1. Right down the middle. Bell tie. Dropped it in there, 1-2. Leighton Holt on deck. Replacing Parker King in left field. King started the first 2 games out there. He'll be on the bench if needed. 1-2 pitch. Outside. Ooh, didn't miss by much. Van Buren fans thought it was a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes. Wind picking up some more. Wilcox gets the sign from Trenton Glover. The 2-2 delivery to Tatum. Low inside, full count, 3-2. 2 out, solo homer to left center to the right of the light pole by Keaton Mathis to give the Blazers the lead. Walk, HBP a walk, a ground ball double play to drive in a run for the Pointers in the bottom of the first. That's where we are right now.
Very sure.
Tatum awaits the 3-2 from Wilcox. High ball forward for the second for the Blazers. The second walk they have drawn this afternoon. This one with 1 out in the second.
That's what I meant.
For Leighton Holt, number 7 in position number 7 as far as the scorecard goes. And Tatum is at first. Leighton Holt, the junior, 6'1". He bats from the left side against the right-hander pitcher Wilcox. Short lead by Tatum at first. About a step, not more than 2 steps, high and inside for a ball.
What shot did that, Mac? Okay.
Driscoll on deck. There's a liner. Roller up the middle. Shortstop drops it. No play. E6. A slow roller to the left of the bag at second. Stewart bobbled it. And by the time he grabbed it, Tatum was at second base. So an E6 allows Holt to reach, and that'll bring in the senior Cannon Driscoll. 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout in the win over Greenbrier yesterday. 1 for 2, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout on Thursday against Alma. So that unusual line score of 1-0-1 for the Pointer, for actually put that error on the wrong, yeah, they got it on the right side. 1-0-1 for Van Buren. Cannon Driscoll, the senior shortstop, bounces in, gets away, and Trenton Glover, good move to his left, keeps it in front of him as it rolls toward the edge of that dirt-colored turf, circle around home plate. 1 ball and no strikes to Cannon Driscoll. Noah Ragsdale on deck, 1 out in the top of the second. Both runners leading off the bags. Middle infield playing for 2. There's a 1 hopper to short. Throw to second, throw to second for 1, throw to first. Great grab by Cole to his right for the 4-6-3 double play, 1 DP apiece. And that ends the second inning. No runs, no hits, an error, a walk, and 1 left. 2 left stranded by the Blazers after 1.5 in the 5A baseball semifinal presented by Centennial Bank. Valley View 1, Van Buren 1.
When injury sidelines you, Jonesboro...
Finding your place is more than just a location. It's about discovering your purpose, exploring your passions on a campus that feels like home. At A-State, you can achieve at the highest levels, form lasting relationships, and support the Red Wolves, both on campus and in the wild. Whether you're into research, the arts, healthcare, or maybe something else, there's a place for you at Arkansas State University. Find your place in the pack. Visit astate.edu to learn more.
When disaster hits your home, fire, flood, or storm, who do you call first?
You call us. I'm Nate Easley with Cleanway Restoration. We've got 24/7 emergency response and a team ready to handle the damage fast.
And here's what makes Cleanway different. When the cleanup is done, they don't walk away.
We rebuild from new flooring and drywall to roofing and full restorations. We handle everything start to finish.
One call, one team. Cleanway Restoration and Construction.
Visit us at cleanwayrestoration.com or call 800-570-2320. We're here when you need us most.
Bottom of the second for Van Buren here in the AAA's 5A state semifinal presented by Centennial Bank. And it's brought to you by Nebo Auto Center, your original new car alternative. Visit NeboAuto.com. Bottom third of the order for Luke Weatherford's Pointers. Lakeland Merritt, the right fielder. As the Vuvuzela continues to be blasted to our right, inside for a ball. Van Buren has won 3 in a row, 14 of their last 16. Zaffarano's pitch high and away, 2-0. Caleb Cole and Titan wind to follow. Zaffarano in relief of Madden Tatum after just 3 batters. High ball 3.
Yep.
Merritt awaits the 3-0. The junior takes it for a strike down the middle, about knee high.
What do you have, Mac?
All right, you're free. 3-1. Ball 4 just missed inside corner. The 4th Valley View walk delivered today.
I'm on him.
2nd from Zaffarano.
Yeah, go to mound.
2 from
Go to mound.
Tatum, sandwiched around an HBP, loaded the bases with nobody out in the first, and Josh Allison said that's it. Here's Caleb Cole, the first baseman, the senior, with the go-ahead run on at first to lead off the bottom of the 2nd for Van Buren, the 5A West champs against the 5A East champs, Valley View. Infield, middle infield playing for 2. Outside, throw down to first. And just back in time, Finley with a beautiful diving sweep tag, but Merritt was able to slide back in, got the right hand on the back corner of the bag, just in the nick of time. Good throw from Keaton Mathis down there. Luke Weatherford asking about that by the home plate umpire. Now he gives the sign to his batter and to his runner. Win on deck for Van Buren. Inside, backs Cole off the plate just a smidge. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now time called. And Josh Allison coming out of the dugout. Zaffarano may be shaken up. I don't know.
Go to Cohen.
Zaffarano.
Okay, I'm on you. Go to the trainer meeting. Yeah.
Trainer comes out.
I don't know. Someone's hurt.
Not sure what happened. That was. And
Follow Cohen.
Zaffarano is heading for the dugout, and we have another pitching change, it appears. So Cohen Zaffarano's day is done, and we'll have another Valley View pitcher coming to the mound, and this pitching change brought to you by Capital Auto Group. Check out their entire inventory online at capitalcars.com. We'll tell you about the new Valley View pitcher when we come back with 1 on, nobody out in the 2nd. Valley View 1, Van Buren 1.
Oh, Keaton's going in. Stay on Keaton. No?
There's nothing more important than your child breathing easily. Arkansas Children's Pulmonology Clinic in Jonesboro treats common to complex pediatric breathing conditions like obstructive sleep apnea, asthma, and rare lung diseases. With a family-centered approach, our medical team changes lives with nationally ranked care close to home for a variety of conditions from cystic fibrosis to sleep disorders. Visit archildrens.org/ACH Jonesboro.
Northeast Arkansas Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery is the only AAAHC accredited office-based surgery center in Jonesboro and the tri-state area. Dr. McDonough and Dr. Phillips bring 50 years of combined experience in implants, extractions, and oral pathology. Leaders in computer-guided implant surgery, they create smiles that look and feel natural. When it's your smile, don't settle for less. Choose the team that sets the standard. Northeast Arkansas Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Call 870-931-3000 or visit neaoralsurgery.com.
Well, Oswald back at our NEA Baptist broadcast position. Bruce Hunt-Field at Greene County Tech for the 2nd straight inning. A pitching change for Josh Allison in Valley View. Not sure what happened to Cohen Zaffarano, but after allowing a leadoff walk and a 1-1 count to
I'm on you until first pitch.
to Caleb Cole, showing some discomfort behind the mound, and Josh Allison replaces him with junior Keaton Rogers. He takes over with a 1-1 count, and we'll double check the ruling as to who the result goes to. So 1-1 for Caleb Cole with a new pitcher, and a bunt. Rogers fields it, tosses the first for the out. Sacrifice is good, 1-3.
Not going to Mac.
1 down. Merritt the second. Here's the left fielder, and a very unique name, Titan Wynn. Wynn like the city with a smile, Tytan if you're spelling and scoring at home. He's the left fielder for Van Buren. He's a senior. Right-handed hitter, bounces. Runner's going to try for third. Mathis will pick it up about a third of the way down the line at third, but no play. Wild pitch from...
Mac, what do you have? I don't know what you're talking about.
And so the go-ahead run at third for the Pointers with one out here in the second. Outside corner, strike call. Zaffarano in 1+ inning. Did not allow a hit. Walked 2, struck out 1. There's a liner in the center. Dropped by the center fielder. The throw toward the plate is not in time. And Van Buren takes the lead. We'll see how they score it.
Get the dugout back.
It's an error on the center fielder, Tatum. The run charged to Zaffarano, I believe. So the first error on Valley View, 1 error apiece. Win, no RBI on that. 2-1 Pointers. Truett Cazell takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. He drew a leadoff walk in the first, scored on the double play grounder by Anderson in the bottom of the first. Foul tip at the plate. Nothing in 2. Home plate umpire will deliver a new baseball to the pitcher. Keaton Rogers, the third. Blazer hurler, and it looks like somebody else is headed for that bullpen.
No.
Win it first. Bounces in. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Is in front of the bag, and Win is safe.
Mac, what do you have?
Wild pitch allows Win to advance, so another runner in scoring position. The season's over for Arkansas State. South Alabama 6-2 final to take 2 out of 3 in the series. They scored 4 in the first. Red Bulls got a run in the third, but South Al 2 in the bottom of the third, and that did it.
Oh, it's very blurry.
1-2 the count to Cazell with Wilcox on deck. Swing and a miss in the turf. Picked up, throw to first, 2-3 on the putout. 2 down in the second inning. First strikeout for Keaton Rogers, and that'll bring in Weston Wilcox. He was hit by a pitch in the first, and they're going to intentionally walk him. So, first and second, 2 out for Trenton Glover. He walked in the first, erased on the Anderson double play that brought home the first run for Van Buren. For the Blazers, it'll be the top of the order in the home half and the top half of the third. Ragsdale, Roach, and Mathis due up. And we have, it looks like a, umpire was writing something down, not sure what about. So 2 on, 2 out for Van Buren in the second. They lead 2-1. First pitch is low and on the outside half of the plate to Trenton Glover, the Van Buren catcher. Good block by Keaton Mathis, the A-State signee. 1-0. Inside, Beltai on the edge for a strike, 1-1. Reed Anderson on deck for the Pointers. 5A West champions. 23-7, 13-1 to win the West. 1-1, swing and a miss, at one down and away. Valley View 28-2. With the win yesterday over Greenbrier. Five straight wins, 20 out of 21. Or 6 straight and 21 out of 22. 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball foul out of play right side. We'll do it again. 2-1 Van Buren. Valley View's 8th consecutive semifinal appearance. The 2-time reigning state champs looking ahead for Majestic Park and Hot Springs for the weekend of champions next Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Start times will be announced by the AAA sometime tomorrow. 1-2 again in the turf. Nicely blocked by Mathis. Rogers looks back at second. Chopper off the screen above the Valley View dugout on the third base side. Somebody go get that ball. Quinn Gartman will get the honors. Blazers bullpen is quiet. We can't see the one mound bullpen behind the first base dugout where Van Buren is kenneled right now. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And they'll have to throw to first for the put out, and they got it. K2-3 again, and the inning is over, but the Pointers tie up the game. 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left. 4 left stranded by Van Buren. After 2 innings, Van Buren 2, Valley View 1.
At Glen Sain, we're always trying to find ways to help our customers. At Glen Sain and Kennett, we just received a load of Chevrolet Trax. Shannon, what kind of payment can you get a customer?
Danny, you can get a payment on this for $359 for 84 months with approved credit.
Chris, what kind of fuel mileage are we talking about?
32 miles per gallon.
With savings like that, that'll go a long way toward a payment. Glen Sain, and God bless our troops.
Northeast Arkansas Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery is the only AAAHC accredited office-based surgery center in Jonesboro and the tri-state area. Dr. McDonough and Dr. Phillips bring 50 years of combined experience in implants, extractions, and oral pathology. Leaders in computer-guided implant surgery, they create smiles that look and feel natural. When it's your smile, don't settle for less. Choose the team that sets the standard. Northeast Arkansas Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Call 870-931-3000 or visit neaoralsurgery.com.
We go to the top half of the third, and we want to remind you of something very important. The Arkansas Activities schools participating in this baseball tournament semifinal are members of the Arkansas Activities Association, as authorized by their school board. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. Live on News Talk 1230 AM, 102.1 FM KBTM. Will Oswalt in our NEA Baptist broadcast position. Taylor Settlemeyer and his great Blazer News Network crew helping us out this afternoon. Ryan James on duty in the KBTM studios. Top of the order for the Blazers, Ragsdale, Roach, and Mathis. Against the right-hander, the senior, Weston Wilcox, 37 pitches through 2 innings. 1 run on 1 hit. He's walked a couple, struck out 2, and got a double play to end the top of the second. 4-6-3 variety. Wilcox, the righty, from the set, gets the side, glove up in front of the face, now from the wind. And there's the first pitch swing, foul out of play to the right from Ragsdale through the brisk southerly wind. Not as brisk as it has been this afternoon. It was really breezy earlier. Some sun is out. First time today. A few moments ago. About 10, 15 minutes ago, it finally popped out. 0-1 pitch from Wilcox to Ragsdale. Again, fly ball, deep right field, going back toward the track. Glove up, catch made by the right fielder, Lakeland Merritt. One down in the third inning for the Blazers. Ragsdale now 0 for 2. Here's Owen Roach, popped up to the center fielder, Tristan Ray. Or popped up to shortstop Stewart, beg your pardon. At 6, not 8. His first time up in the first inning. Roach, the right fielder. Wilcox stares in for the sign from Trenton Glover. Winds and fires. Inside corner at the knees for a strike. Good pitch. A little bit of a curve. I can't see the movement quite as much from off to the right of the plate as we did in Paragould on Thursday at Paragould High. 0-1 the count, pitch number 41. There's a pop-up behind second base, the second base position. And it is Merritt who calls off the second baseman. Gazelle makes the catch for out number 2 here in the top half of the third. Pointers will have the middle third of the order. Anderson, Carson, Glover, and Stewart in their half of the third inning. 2-1 Van Buren over Valley View in the 5A semifinal. Winner plays Benton in the weekend of champions next week in the Spa City. Low and outside, just off the corner. 1 ball, no strikes. If my cord was long enough, I could go ease into the fans there, but I think I'll keep right here. I'm already set up. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch to Keaton Mathis. Right down central for a strike. Keaton Mathis got one with that wind behind it to left center for a solo homer with 2 out in the first to get the Blazers the lead. The only hit of the game for Valley View so far. Wilcox, the 1-1. Outside and low. Big debt of thanks to the folks at Greene County Tech, the tournament hosts, and also Paragould High for their co-hosting duties in the opening round on Thursday. And all the folks who made some pretty good food, some delicious smoked chicken breasts today. Man, those things were good. Some mashed potatoes and green beans. Make a puppy pull the freight train. Outside, ball 3 to Keaton Mathis with Barrett Mallett on deck. And Wilcox has walked a couple in the first 2 2/3.
All right, you're free.
See if Mathis can draw another one here. Wilcox winds and delivers. Outside, ball 4. For the second time in a row, Keaton Mathis on base with 2 outs. It's on a walk this time around. That is the third base on balls drawn by the Blazers. Here's Barrett Mallett. He drew the first walk from Wilcox right after the Mathis home run in the first inning.
Parker Keene, pitch running for the Blazers. Now batting third base with number 15,
Barrett Mallett, PA announcer thought it was a pinch hitter. It is not. Short lead right now by Mathis. Mallett walked, stranded in the first from the belt. Runner goes, pitch outside low. The throw down to second is dropped by the shortstop Stewart. Stolen base for Keaton Mathis. So the tying run in scoring position. 2-1 Van Buren, top of the third inning. And the AAA 5A semifinal from Bruce Hunt Field at Greene County Tech. Good lead by Mathis off second. High, ball 2 to Mallett. Will Finley on deck. Josh Ragsdale, the Pointer coach at the end of the screen to our right at the first base dugout. 2-0 the count to Barrett Mallett. From the belt, Wright looks back at second, nobody covering. Shortstop now takes a little move over there, but Morris an even quicker move back to the bag. No throw. Count remain still 2-0. Wilcox looks back at second again. Shortstop sneaks back behind the runner, now goes back. There's a foul into the screen off the end of the bat. 2 balls and a strike. Outfield playing about 2/3 of the way back and straight away. A lot of room down each line. If Mallett wants to try it. First baseman playing deep, that's Cole. Now he moves back in a little bit off the bag. 2-1 from Wilcox. 2 out in the third. 2-1 pointers over the Blazers. Strike in the outside corner, knee high, 2-2. Finley on deck for the 2-time state champion Valley View Blazers. 8 straight semifinal appearances. Looking ahead for the Spa City next weekend to take on the Benton Panthers. The 2-2. Outside. Woo! It didn't miss by much either. Full count, 3-2. Mallett with a good eye there to see he didn't want to swing at that one. Will Mathis break for third? Look back at second. Mathis will not go. Swing and a miss. Mallett strikes out swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Wilcox, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left, 3 left, stranded by Valley View. After 2.5 in the baseball championship semifinals presented by Centennial Bank, Van Buren leads Valley View 2-1.
It's a mix and match special now at all Northeast Arkansas Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any 2 for $6.99 each for carry-out or delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, loaded tots, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for the whole gang. The mix and match special with any 2 for only $6.99 each for carry-out or delivery. Only at your Northeast Arkansas area Domino's Pizza locations.
Since our founding in 1945, Farmers and Merchants Bank has held strong to our commitment to innovation, community investment, and personalized service. Over the past 80 years, we have worked alongside Arkansas entrepreneurs to help our neighbors start, grow, and streamline their businesses with hometown lending experts in the latest in modern financial solutions. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner in our community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We go to the home half of the third, brought to you by Centennial Bank. Banking with you in mind, member FDIC and an equal housing lender, and the sponsors of all Arkansas Activities Association state championships, and the presenting sponsor of next week's Weekend of Champions in Hot Springs, Majestic Park, the home of the baseball and softball finals, state championship soccer matches hosted by Hot Springs Lakeside, at Hot Springs Lakeside. Will Oswald back with you from our NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist Healthcare for the next century. Reed Anderson fouls the first pitch off the screen in front of the dugout down the first base side. Grounded into a 4-4-3 double play to drive in the tying run in the first with the bases loaded and nobody out. Grounded to Ragsdale at second, stepped on the bag and then threw to first for the other second out. High into the screen, quickly 0-2. Carson Glover and Stewart due up here in the Van Buren third. Keaton Rogers, the third Blazer pitcher, came on with nobody out and a runner at first. Down and away, swing and a miss. The third K for Rogers. The fourth by Blazer pitching. Anderson 0 for 2. Here's Carson Glover. Walked, stole second in the first, and was stranded. A Pointer third baseman. First pitch from Rogers. Outside corner for a strike.
Is that what you meant?
Bell tie. Two to one, Van Buren. There's a chopper just inside the bag. Taken by Mallett. Throw to first is in time and quickly 2 down. Good read by the third baseman, Barrett Mallett. Got it just inside the bag by about 4 or 5 inches and made the easy throw to Will Findlay at first for the out. Hudson Stewart struck out swinging to end the third. The strikeout delivered by Cohen Zaffarano, who left the game after giving up a leadoff walk and a 1-1 count to Caleb Cole in the second. There's a ground ball. Slow roller to second. Coming in is Driscoll. Throw just to the outfield side of the bag, but Findlay gets it for the out for the first time today. Somebody goes down 1, 2, 3, and it's Van Buren who does that. We go to the third inning and the 5A semifinals in baseball in Paragould. Van Buren 2, Green County and Valley View 1.
Since our founding in 1945, Farmers and Merchants Bank has held strong to our commitment to innovation, community investment, and personalized service. Over the past 80 years, we have worked alongside Arkansas entrepreneurs to help our neighbors start, grow, and streamline their businesses with hometown lending experts in the latest in modern financial solutions. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner in our community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have you ever heard the saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right? Well, when it comes to your internet service, 1 wrong is already too many. Wrong price, wrong speeds, wrong company. Come on, you deserve better. With Empower Broadband, you get local, affordable, and fast internet that never lets you down. Yay! Visit us at empowerbroadband.com or call 870-336-0999 to right the wrongs by choosing your favorite local internet company. Empower, delivered by Craighead Electric.
Back for the top of the fourth. Van Buren leading Valley View 2-1. The top of the fourth brought to you by Glen Sain Motors, longtime supporters of high school sports in Northeast Arkansas. The original location in Rector, also in the Boot Heel in Kennett, Missouri, and 2 locations in Paragould. One just down the road from here at Greene County Tech, just before you get into the southern city limits. The other just north of Paragould High. Danny Ford here yesterday had a chance to pass him out in the crowd and had a chance to say hello. Finley, Martin, and Tatum due up. 5, 6, and 7 in the Blazer lineup. Finley, the third baseman, struck out swinging to end the top of the first. 52 pitches through 4 through the first 3. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error Blazers. They've stranded 3, 1 in each inning. 2 runs, no hits, 1 error, and 4 left stranded by the Pointers. High and away for a ball.
Take it back.
From the belt.
All right, you're free.
Looks in, now it's the glove up in front of the face, the wind, the pitch inside, just missed the edge. Letter high, 2-0 to Finley. Levi Martin, Madden Tatum due up here in the fourth. Leighton Holt, the left fielder, if anybody gets on. Each team has committed an error through the first 3. The 2-0 pitch. Late call, knee-high inside corner. 2-1. The run charged to Zaffarano in the second inning, charged to him, was unearned because an error helped allow it to score. Outside letter high, just missed 3-1. To Will Finley. junior infielder and pitcher. Pitched yesterday, got the win in complete game. Ball 4, low, and a leadoff walk to Finley. First time today that the Blazers have put the leadoff man aboard. Levi Martin grounded to second to lead off the second inning. 2 for 7 in the tournament. Infield playing for 2. The third baseman in near the infield turf, that's Carson Glover. Cole on the bag at first. Low and outside for a ball. Wind picks back up. You can probably hear it. And now we have a trip to the mound brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. The tournament scoreboard brought to you by Air Today. Delivering top-notch HVAC services to Northeast Arkansas. Call 870-933-2653. Visit airtoday.net. Softball earlier today. Benton, 3-0 winner over Sheridan, and Farmington defeated Sylvan Hills 5-1, so they'll meet in the 5A final next week. A wild baseball final. Greene County Tech led 7-3 over Benton with 2 out in the bottom of the 5th. Back-to-back bases loaded walks, followed by back-to-back 2-run doubles and a 3-run homer, a 9-run 5th. Panthers ended up winning 15-7. They added 3 more in the 6th to seal the deal. What a crazy game that was. Took about 2 hours and 40 minutes or so. Low and saved by Trenton Glover. Ball 1 to Levi Martin, the DH. 0 for 1, grounded to second, his first time up. 60th pitch of the day coming up for Weston Wilcox, the senior pointer pitcher. There's a fly ball, and it is foul. Just past the first base, the third base bullpen. Cardinals a winner today, 4-2 over the Royals. That's 2 straight. They clinched the series today in Kansas, in St. Louis. Outside, belt tie for a strike. Cardinals now 27-18. Kyle Leahy got the win. Alec Burleson 2 RBI. 46-minute rain delay to start, but Cardinals got the win. They go for the sweep tomorrow. 2-0 pitch, 2-1 pitch, out 2-2 pitch outside and high, full count 3-2. With Tatum on deck. Check on Arkansas baseball and softball as well as we go along. 1 on, nobody out. Runner goes. Pitch inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Wilcox. Martin is on. Finley to second. And here comes Madden Tatum, the starting pitcher.
Perfect shot. Hold it there.
Lifted after just 14 pitches. 2 walks and a walk, an HBP, and a walk to load the bases in the first. 1 run charge to him. He drew a walk in the second, was stranded.
I'm on you still, Mac.
So the first 2 have reached for the Blazers here in the top of the 4th. They trail Van Buren 2-1 in the 5A semifinal. Over the middle, just above the knees for a strike.
Take him first.
0-1 the count.
You're free.
The 0-1. Ooh, let her high, but just inside, 1-1. Looks like a football score in Lexington, bottom of the 6th. Arkansas 14, Kentucky 12. They look to win the series, all even at 1 apiece, I do believe. Here it's 2-1 Van Buren. First 2 have reached in the top of the 4th for Valley View. Keaton Mathis, a 1-1 count at or Madden Tatum, a 1-1 count at the plate from Weston Wilcox. Pitch number 66 from the senior righty. On the way. Swing and a miss. Good curve. Down and away, 1-2. Leighton Holt on deck. Wind picking up again from the south. From home plate down to left field line. Keaton Mathis got one into that wind for a solo homer with 2 out in the first for Valley View's only run. 1-2. Let her high outside. Trenton Glover. Boy, threw the ball back. Hey, try that one again. Just a little bit more inside this time. See what you do. Good encouragement from catcher to pitcher there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Nobody out in the top of the 4th. Blazers trailing 2-1. There's a high pop-up foul out of play. Like it hit the roof of the athletic practice facility back behind us here at Greene County Tech. Back-to-back walks drawn by the Blazers here in the top of the 4th. Pitch number 69 from Wilcox on the way. There's another foul ball. Tatum making him work here.
You're doing great, Mac.
Tatum, the senior. Valley View looking to go for their 3rd straight state title in Hot Springs next week. They got to come from behind to do it. 2-2 pitch again from Wilcox. Swing and a miss, he got him. What a battle. And the battle that time run by Wilcox. 1 down in the 4th, the 4th K for the senior right-handers. Leighton Holt reached on an error by the shortstop in the 2nd.
Left fielder Leighton Holt.
Bobbled a ground ball to the left of the bag at second base. That made it 2 on and 1 out, but a double play ended the inning for Van Buren. Foul tip into the mid of the catcher, Trenton Glover, by Holt. Strike 1. Bottom 3rd of the order for the Pointers in their half of the 4th. Merritt, Cole, and Wynn. Well, they still have a 2-1 lead when we get there. 0-1 pitch, fouled into the screen. Quickly 0-2. Finley at second. Martin at first. Back-to-back leadoff walks. Strikeout to Tatum, and now Holt a strike away from heading back to the dugout. Back foot on the corner of that left-handed batter's box. He's just barely in there. 0-2 from Wilcox. There's a liner. That's going to get down into center field. Runners had to hold up to see if Ray would catch the ball. He didn't. It landed about maybe 10 feet in front of him. The first hit of the game for Valley View, or actually the second hit of the game for Valley View. The other, the home run by Mathis in the first. Bases loaded and 1 out for Cannon Driscoll. Grounded into an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play in the second, and now Josh Allison is at the home plate umpire. He's calling for one of the base umpires here. Not sure what the discussion is about. He's calling for his fellow umpires to come over. This is where we wish we had a microphone to hear what's happening. Somebody's going to have an achy breaky heart after this one. As their journey to Hot Springs will end one game short. Again, not sure what the discussion is about. Bases loaded, one out for the Blazers in the top half of the fourth. 73 pitches for Wilcox. Meanwhile, Pointer infield and the battery on the mound talking things over. Base umpires are talking it over. Are they, again, the third base umpire pointing at the umpire, home plate umpire scorecard. Josh Allison pats the home plate ump on the shoulders and okay. I guess he was just double, I don't know. I really wish I could tell you.
I haven't a clue. We got a courtesy runner for Levi.
Okay, we are going to get a courtesy runner at second base for the DH Martin. That will be Briggs Rasmussen. So Cannon Driscoll with a chance to tie it or give the Blazers back the lead. One out here in the top of the fourth in a bases loaded situation. And now what do we got? No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be Rasmussen. Instead, it's going to be Keaton Rogers. Well, I don't. What the heck? Okay, now. Okay, so Rasmussen, they brought in the pitcher, Rogers, and then they had to substitute him for the courtesy runner. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't have the rule book in front of me, but let's play ball. Driscoll, bases loaded, one out. Swing and a miss. Heater from Wilcox. The delay didn't seem to bother him any. Not with that pitch. Whew. Smoked it in there. 74th pitch of the day for him. He still has 46 to go before his day will be mandatorily ended. Time called by the batter. Interesting last 3 minutes or so. And the Van Buren fans coming back from the concession stand with a cup of gummy worms. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Quickly 0-2 to Driscoll. Noah Ragsdale on deck. Wilcox, one out, top of the fourth, bases loaded. 2 walks and a single. Oh. The 0-2 tipped into the backstop by Driscoll. All the way down to the batter's lane on the first baseline. Luke Weatherford retrieves it and gets it back to the home plate umpire. Puts it in the bag. 0-2 pitch again from Wilcox to Driscoll. Bases loaded to Blazers. 1 out in the fourth, a 2-1 Van Buren lead. That's a bouncer. Good backhand grab by Trenton Glover, the catcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That could have been disastrous. Could have led to the tying run scoring. You can see the wind moving the camera out from center field. Wilcox, time called by the batter again as Wilcox and Trenton Glover taking a little too long getting their signals straight.
Taking 3.
Pair of 20-plus win teams. Blazers 28-2, Van Buren 23-7 on the season. Wilcox from the set, brings home the 1-2 to Driscoll. Outside, gets away, play at the plate, no, they're gonna chase the runner back, now the throw to second, gets into center, gets into left field. A run scores. Finley scores from third and we're tied. It's going to be an error on the catcher. Second, Van Buren miscue. They faked down to third to get Finley back to the bag and then tried to get Rasmussen, the courtesy runner, at second, but the throw went into left center field. 2-2 tie with still one out in the fourth. Error on the Pointers, their first of the game. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Wilcox, and a big one there. Driscoll 0 for 2. Here's Noah Ragsdale. He's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging to lead off the game. Fly to right to lead off the third. First and second, 2 out. A throwing error leading to the tying run for Valley View here in the fourth. Shortstop creeps in behind the runner off second. There's a high pop-up. And it's off the mitt of the catcher, Trenton Glover. It was a foul ball. Rasmussen came around the bases. He could not do that on a foul ball. Home plate umpire patting the catcher on the back. That was a good try. Glover, the wind holding it up a little bit, and he had to reach back for it, and it just bounced off his mitt, and a good play by Wilcox to back him up just in case.
Great job, man.
He might have been able to catch that. That would have been like banana ball out there. No balls and a strike to Ragsdale. Oh, another beauty. Curveball inside and curved back in toward the middle of the plate as it got there. Quickly 0-2 the count to Ragsdale with 2 out here in the top of the fourth. Merritt, Cole, and Wynn for the Pointers in the home half of the fourth. Heck of a ball game so far. 2-2 tie. 2 on, 2 out. Deuces Wild. No, not Deuces Wild. Outside. Just off the plate. 1-2. Good eye for Ragsdale to lay off that one. The run unearned, by the way, due to the throwing error by the catcher, Trenton Glover. Wilcox looks back at second. Nobody covering. Second baseman sneaking behind, the shortstop sneaking behind the second baseman. That's fouling out of play. And some youngsters out playing behind the fence, back behind us. Get them a souvenir. Well, I think they have to bring it back, though. Just like Japanese baseball and A-State baseball, you can't keep the foul balls. You can at South Owl. They announced that during the game last night. I happened to hear that on the telecast. 1-2 the count again. Wilcox to Ragsdale. 2-2 tie. Valley View Van Buren, top of the fourth. Fouled into the screen. Just got a piece of it. Glad you're with us wherever you are, around the corner or around the world. News Talk 1230 AM, 102.1 FM KBTM, the EAB Media Group app, Blazer News Network YouTube page. Always a pleasure. 1-2 from Wilcox. High. Now Deuces are Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Great crowd on hand for this final game here in Paragould. The final ticket to be punched for the weekend of champions in Class 5A and the Diamond Sports. Benton's baseball and softball teams are there. Farmington softball there.
Take lead, runner.
Which baseball team will be there? The 2-2 to Ragsdale. High fly ball into shallow center field. The second baseman, Cazell, comes over and makes the catch for the out. But Valley View ties it up. 1 run on 1 hit, an error, and 2 left. They've stranded 5 after 3.5 from the 5A State Baseball semifinals presented by Centennial Bank. Valley View 2, Van Buren 2.
Valley View High School Athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
This is Keith Baird with the Baird Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Bottom of the 4th inning from Bruce Hunt Field at Greene County Tech and Paragould, brought to you by Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Respect Results Relief. Give those good folks a call at 870-932-2000. Will Oswald back at our NEA Baptist broadcast position. Van Buren 2, Valley View 2 in the 5A semifinal presented by Centennial Bank. Bottom 3 in the order for the Pointers. Don't think there's any other team in the country that I know of with that nickname, neither them nor the Airedales of Alma. The K9 nicknames. Bottom third of the Van Buren order, Merritt, Cole, and Wynn here in the home half of the 4th. Merritt walked, went to second on a sacrifice bunt, went to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on the fielding error by Tatum, the center fielder. On a fly ball by Wynn in the 2nd inning, he scored the go-ahead run at that point. The run was unearned. Here's the first pitch from Keaton Rogers, outside corner at the knees, strike 1. The Pointers, swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. Pointers have stranded 4 runners today, 2 in each of the first 2 innings. Low and in, 1-2. Outfield, 2/3 of the way back, straight away. Infield on the out edge of the inside. And a swing and a miss. Check swing by Merritt. Umpire said he went around. The ball dropped by Mathis and he tags him out. Strikeout 2 unassisted, 1 down here in the 4th inning. Pointer fans not happy, and the third base coach, Luke Weatherford, the head coach, down in the third base box. He was quickly down, and he's letting the umpire know about it. He's not happy. Pointer fans not happy. You can totally understand why. That was a close play. 1 down, 4th strikeout for Keaton Rogers, or the there's a swing and a miss, no doubt about that one, 1-1. Fifth strikeout for Blazer pitching, up and in, leaned him back just a smidgen, 2-1. Cole 0 for 1. Or actually 0 for 0, the sacrifice bunt in the second that moved Merritt over to second base at the time. There's a ground ball going to his right. Driscoll Backhands, throws just in time. Good stretch by Finley for the out, 2 away. Titan win. Reached on the error by the center fielder Tatum. Went to second on a wild pitch. Was stranded in the second. Officially 0 for 1. Tytan, his first name. Down and away from Rogers. 1 ball, no strikes. If he can somehow keep the inning going, we'll go back to the top of the pointer order and Truett Cazell. There's a strike. Bell tie outside. 1-1. Roach, Matheson, Mallett. 2, 3, and 4 for the Blazers in the 5th. Chopper foul off behind the plate and into the screen. Max Taylor comes out, hands that ball to the home plate umpire. He puts it back in the bag. 1-2 from the set. Inside from Rogers to Wynn. 2-2. Base is empty. Tough strikeout call going the Blazers' way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and for the second straight inning, Van Buren goes down in order. 1, 2, 3. 7 straight retired by Rogers and the Blazers. After 4 in the 5A baseball tournament semifinals presented by Centennial Bank, Valley View 2, Van Buren 2.
Evolve Bank and Trust offers a variety of residential and consumer loans, specializing in unique products and services while providing individualized customer service designed to fit your needs. Whether you're buying your first home, a new car, or building your dream home, Evolve Bank and Trust has the personal loan products you need to realize your dreams today. Call Evolve Bank and Trust at 870-933-2480. Stop in to see them at 111 East Huntington Suite A or visit them online at getevolve.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, making banking personal again. Evolve Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Bob Moore with Moore Air Conditioning. We've been keeping your family cool all summer and warm all winter for over 50 years. We're proud to announce that we now offer full plumbing services from leaky pipes to clogged drains. We've got you covered. Call 870-336-2023 or visit us at mooreac.com for all your HVAC and plumbing needs. You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
Vision Care Center, your road to excellent vision starts at Vision Care Center. They're located in Jonesboro, right here in Paragould, and also in Pocahontas. Will Oswald back at our NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist, health care for the next century. Top of the 5th, Owen Roach leads it off for the Blazers. He's 0 for 2. Popped to short in the first, fly to right in the third. Mathis and Mallett due up, and Finley to follow if anybody can get on. 86 pitches through the first 4 for Weston Wilcox, the senior right-hander for the Pointers. So he has 24 pitches remaining before he will have to come out of the game. Again, if you reach that 110 pitch count while you're pitching to a batter, you can complete that at bat. Wilcox, the first one, on the way to Roach. Down and away, 1-0.
Hey, let's go, Roach. Come on, Owen.
2-2 tie. Blazers solo homer from Keaton Mathis in the first to give them the lead. There's a ground ball past the pitcher and off the second baseman. And the leadoff man aboard for the second straight inning for Valley View. We'll see how they rule that one. I guess they may call it a hit, but I'm going to let the official scorer be the judge of that. Good move to his to his right by Cazell. They have not. They're going to rule it E4. So Roach is 0 for 3, but he reaches base. Error, the second of the day for the Pointers. Ooh, close play at first. Diving back in is Roach. Keaton Mathis, 2-out homer to left center in the first. Walk stole second, stranded in the third. Another throw to first, no tag this time. Senior Roach again. Back in time. Down and away for a ball. To Mathis, 1 for 2. Leadoff man on, and the fielding error by the second baseman, Cazell. Here in the fifth. Outside low, good. Backhand grab by Trenton Glover. Wind picks back up again. Flag between the baseball and softball fields. Straight out toward the north. Wilcox look back at second. 2-0 count to Mathis. Popped up foul, high play, over our heads, off the shelter of the seats to our left, and the press box. 3 balls and a strike to count to Keaton Mathis, the senior catcher. Wilcox delivers. There's a fly ball, right field. Going back is Merritt. Going back, it's off the wall. Roach is going to try to score. He will score. No play at the plate, and Valley View regains the lead on the RBI double from Keaton Mathis, his second ribbing of the day, and Valley View up 3-2. It's an unearned run, the second of the day. And now, courtesy runner.
Go back to second base.
Will we have a courtesy runner for Mathis, the catcher? We should. I think we will. RBI double for Mathis, his second ribbing of the day. He's halfway to the cycle. No, Mathis is going to stay. No, let's see.
All right, Matt.
That is
How we doing?
Brody Freeman to run for him, so
Go Freeman.
Freeman, the courtesy runner. Bunt from Mallett. Left of the mound. Throw to first is Wood. And diving back to the bag in time. Mathis the third will go as a sacrifice.
Good job, Mallett.
The throw by Wilcox wide of the bag to Cole. They rule it a bunt single. So runners at the corners. The first three have reached here in the top of the fifth for Valley View.
Bill batting, first baseman number 5, Will Finley.
Oh, wow.
Nobody out. First three have reached for Valley View in the top of the fifth for Will Finley. Struck out to end the first, walked and scored in the fourth. And a stolen base, no throw.
Go Barrett!
Mallett takes second on the steal.
I'm on two. Take it for
So second and third, and still no one out.
All right, stay with that.
Van Buren put the first three aboard in the bottom of the first, scored one. Valley View, the first three aboard on an error, an RBI double and a bunt single. Swing and a miss, high heat from Wilcox to Finley. Scored the tying run in the fourth on a throwing error by the catcher, Trenton Glover, trying to get a runner picked off at second base. Still nobody out. Pitch number 96 for Weston Wilcox. On the way. Swing and a miss. Little curve on that one. 1-2, 2 on, nobody out. Valley View back on top, 3-2, top of the fifth. The pitch from Wilcox. Outside. Woo! Oh, boy. Where was that one? I got to admit, Van Buren fans, I'm with you on that one. That looked like a strike, but it was not called that way by the home plate umpire. It's his job, and he's getting paid for it, and he's a lot closer than me. But it was close. 2-2 to Finley. Levi Martin on deck. The pitch from Wilcox. High pop-up. Where's it at? Back behind us. And that little youngster said, hey, looky here. I'm going to chase that ball down.
I thought that was going to hit.
2-2. He got it, too. Another kid just went through the gate over there, but he's a wee bit late on that one. 2-2. First base open. Will Finley trying to add to the Blazer lead here in the fifth. Pitch number 99 of the day for Weston Wilcox. High and away. Full count, 3-2. Remember, the pitch count is 110 max. And as mentioned earlier, if you are in the middle of an at-bat, you can complete that at-bat before you are required to leave the game. Sure, Luke Weatherford has somebody warming up in that bullpen down there, and we just can't see. The payoff pitch. Nobody out. 2 on in the fifth. High ball 4, and he walked the bases loaded with pitch number 100. So Will. Fifth walk issued by Wilcox, and here comes Luke Weatherford for a meeting on the mound, brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to find out more. 100 pitches, and we may be having a pitching change. It looks like the right fielder, Merritt, just went to the dugout. Replaced by Kanan Russell. And here comes the home plate umpire. Will we have a pitching change? Bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the fifth for Valley View. A run in, and we will have a pitching change and a defensive change as well. The pitching change brought to you by the Capital Auto Group. You can check out their entire inventory at all their locations at one website, capitalcars.com. I think we're going to have that pitching change. Hasn't been made yet. Well, the only change we have right now, so no pitching change yet. The only change we have is in right field. Lakeland Merritt left the game. He is replaced by Kanan Russell. So the base is loaded, nobody out. We'll see if that means that Merritt may be coming in to pitch in a moment. But Wilcox still out there. Pitch number 101. The first pitch is over the bag at third from Levi Martin. It's in the right field corner. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. And a double for Levi Martin in Valley View. Increases the lead to 5-2. First pitch swinging, and Martin over the bag at third and down into the left field corner. Freeman, the courtesy runner for Mathis, scores. Mallett scores from second. Briggs Rasmussen, the courtesy runner for Martin, is at third. Or Finley's at third. And Martin still at second. Here's Madden Tatum, walked in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. He's 0 for 1. 5-2 Blazers, a 3-run. Top of the fifth to retake the lead. Outside and high, ball 1. 8 pitches to go in the afternoon for Weston Wilcox. 103 on the way here in a moment. From the wind, the 0-1. Right down the middle for a strike. 0-2, still nobody out. An error, a double, a bunt single, a walk, and a 2-run double. Holt on deck for the Blazers. Now they've dropped the pitch count back down to 103. There's a ground ball to second. Throw to first is in time. Run scores. RBI ground out for Madden Tatum. 2 down and first out of the inning. Finley scores from third. Martin to second. It's 6-2 Valley View. And here's Leighton Holt. Reached out an error in the second. Singled with 2 out, or with 1 out in the fourth. And we have a pinch hitter. Parker King batting for Leighton Holt, the left fielder. King. Swing and a miss from Wilcox. Pitch 105, so 5 more left in the day for Wilcox. The 0-1 shows bunt. Bounces away, goes to the backstop, and Martin will score standing up on the wild pitch. It's 7-2. One ball, one strike. 1-1 the count to the pinch hitter Parker King. Wilcox brings home the next one. Shows bunt again. Beauty. Left of the mound. Wilcox throw to first. King dives in head first safely. Another bunt single in the inning for Valley View.
Beautiful, man. Look great. Where do I need Max, stay on lead runner.
4th hit of the inning for the Blazers. Their 6th of the game. Cannon Driscoll grounded into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play in the second. Struck out swinging in the fourth. This will be the last batter that Wilcox faces, most likely. Runner goes. Pitch is off the mid of the catcher. Passed ball. Ball 1. Parker King, the pinch hitter, down to second.
Taking 1.
Still only 1 out. First 5 reached. Then the RBI ground out from Tatum and the pinch hit single, bunt single by Parker King. Valley View up 7-2, a 5-run inning. Bounces in, great block by Trenton Glover. Pitch number 108. Ball bounced back to the mound. Time called, and that's going to be it. 108 pitches.
Sorry, I got you.
And now the pitching change brought to you by Cavanaugh Auto Group. Check out all their inventory on one location. CavanaughAutoGroup.com. Big hand from both the Valley View and Van Buren fans. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Pointers when we come back after a 1-minute break. It's Valley View 7, Van Buren 2, the AAA 5A baseball semifinals presented by Centennial Bank on the EAB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Bob Moore with Moore Air Conditioning. We've been keeping your family cool all summer and warm all winter for over 50 years. We're proud to announce that we now offer full plumbing services from leaky pipes to clogged drains. We've got you covered. Call 870-336-2023 or visit us at mooreac.com for all your HVAC and plumbing needs. You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Bruce Hunt Field. Greene County Tech and Paragould. Will Oswald back with you. The new pitcher for Van Buren.
Taking over in center field, Weston Wilcox. Taking over on the mound for the point.
The new pitcher, Lakeland Merritt, who left the game a moment ago, the right fielder, replaced by Kanan Russell. The left-handed throwing Merritt comes into the ball game. Meanwhile, Wilcox will stay in the game. He moves into center field, replacing Tristan Ray. So both center fielders today replaced in pitching changes. And at the plate for Valley View is Cannon Driscoll with a 2-0 count. Runner goes. King trying to take third. To throw is high, and he just barely kept the hand on the bag. Great tack from Carson Glover to make sure, just in case. Another stolen base for Parker King, the pinch hitter. Second steal of the inning for the Blazers. 3-0 the count.
Stay on him, though. Does that make sense?
The 3-0 is strike one outside half of the plate, just below the letters. If Driscoll draws a walk, that would be charged to the starter, Wilcox. Anything else would go to Merritt. The 3-1. Chopper to third. It's high. It's over the third baseman. And the left field base hit. Infield single. Driscoll an RBI and a run scores. It's 8-2. Driscoll 1 for 3. Seventh Valley View hit of the day. 6-run inning as a butterfly flies in front of the screen past us. Ragsdale, the ninth man to bat in the inning. That hit charged to the reliever. The run charged to the starter, Wilcox. Outside pitch for a ball. All 8 runs charged to Wilcox. Outside and high for a ball. 4 1/3 innings. 6 hits, 8 runs. 6 of them earned. 5 walks and 5 strikeouts. Again, Wilcox stays in the game in center field, replacing Tristan Ray, who is being DH'd for by Reed Anderson. Runner at first goes. Liner right to the third baseman, Carson Glover. And the throw to first for the double play. 5 unassisted, 5-3. Valley View bats around in the top of the 5th. They score 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. There was an error, and nobody left after 4.5 from Greene County Tech in the 5A semifinals. Valley View now leading Van Buren 8-2.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Spring is here, and now is the perfect time to go shopping for a late model, low mileage car, truck, or SUV at Nebo Auto Center. Nebo is Northeast Arkansas's original new car alternative on Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro. Choose from a well-stocked lot of vehicles that fit almost any budget. And at Nebo, you're dealing with an experienced, hassle-free staff whose goal is to make your car buying experience as easy as possible. So spring in and save at Nebo Auto Center, 3910 Stadium Boulevard, just south of the bypass. We go Nebo.
Number 16, Keaton Mathis.
Another pitching change brought to you by Cavanaugh Auto Group, and it's a change from behind the plate to in front of it. Keaton Mathis, the catcher, will now pitch in relief of Keaton Rogers. So one Keaton for another, and we also have a new catcher. We'll try to.
Now batting second baseman Truett Cazell.
Truett Cazell will lead off. He's 0 for 1, walked and scored in the first, struck out, thrown out 2-3 in the second. Right down the middle for a strike from Keaton Mathis. We don't know who the new catcher is for Valley View. Outside, ball 1. Bottom of the 6th, a 6-run fifth for the Blazers. They lead 8-2. There's a fly ball, left center. That's going to get down. Base hit. That is the first hit of the day for the Van Buren Pointers. A leadoff single in the 5th. 3 Valley View pitchers had no hit the Pointers through the first 4. So the 5A West chance finally get a hit. Here's Weston Wilcox. He's been on base both times. Fly ball, center field. Going back, and the catch made by Tatum. 1 down here in the 5th. Wilcox reached on an HBP in the first, was intentionally walked in the second.
Now batting catcher Trenton Glover.
Trenton Glover, the catcher, walked in the first, struck out swinging, thrown out 2-3 on the putout in the second. He's 0 for 1. Here's a grounder. Mathis looks back at second, toss to first for the out. Cazell goes to second on the ground out.
Back to the mound. Second two.
That's Goofy, right? Yeah, it's Goofy.
Designated hitter Reed Anderson.
Reed Anderson grounded into a double play in the first, drove in a run, struck out swinging the lead off the third.
The catcher's Goofy.
Madden Kafia is the new catcher for the Blazers. Where he may end up in the batting order is anybody's guess. We'll find out soon enough. 2 out, bottom of the 6th, bottom of the 5th, outside from Mathis. Eight, 7-1. 5 left for the Blazers. 2-1-2 and 4 stranded by the Pointers. Low and inside. Cazell. The count. Throw to second and into center field. Ragsdale, but covered nicely by Tatum to keep the runner at second. Ragsdale was off the bag some, and the throw wide by Mathis, but Good backup by the center fielder. Good fundamental play there.
Ready,
1-2, 1-0 to Anderson. High pop up behind the bag at second. Going out is Ragsdale. He's got it for the out. And the inning is over. A leadoff single by Gazelle. The first hit of the day for the Pointers does not come home to score. We played 5 in the 5A semifinal at Greene County Tech, presented by Centennial Bank. Valley View 6, Valley View 8, Van Buren 2.
Spring is here, and now is the perfect time to go shopping for a late model.
Hello, I'm estate planning and elder law attorney Chad Oldham. More and more often today, I hear clients tell me that the only thing golden about the golden years is that it takes all the gold to grow old. Don't be a victim of rising healthcare and nursing home costs. Be prepared. Have a plan. Contact us today to find out how we help our clients protect and preserve assets for family and future generations. The Oldham Law Firm, 603 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, or visit us on the web at oldhamlawfirm.com.
It's time to save hundreds at Tucker's Appliance in Jonesboro.
Wendy, what are you doing with our sales tags?
Mark, I'm just letting everyone know the best deals are at Tucker's, like laundry sets with a $150 Tucker rebate.
We also have laundry sets with $300 Tucker rebate.
Well, how about refrigerators with $400 Tucker rebates?
Whoa, you're putting tags on everything.
That's because everything's on sale at Tucker's.
Give me those tags.
Hey, I was just getting started. Shop Tucker's Appliance today.
And save.
Tucker's Appliance.
Back at Greene County Tech, a lot of defensive changes we were just made aware of for Valley View in that last half inning. We'll try to tell you about them later. The Arkansas Activities Association, one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for intercollegiate competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation. Valley View batted around in the fifth, scored 6 times. Here's Owen Roach, reached out an error by the second baseman to lead things off. He would score. And the first pitch from Merritt. There's a line drive, center field. That's going to go off the wall. That'll be a leadoff double for Roach. He's 1 for 4. On base for the second straight time with the 8th Blazer hit. Now he ends up at third with a triple.
Okay, you're good. 3.
Keaton Mathis, who started as catcher, he's now pitching. Gave up a leadoff single in the 5th, but got the next 3 in order. Fly out, a sacrifice bunt, and a pop-up to shallow center by the second baseman.
You're free.
1-0 the count. Valley View. Mathis 2 for 3. Solo homer in the first, 2-run double his last time up, or an RBI double in the 5th. Walked and stranded in the 3rd, 2 for 2. 1 ball and a strike. Well, the scoreboard has 0-1. Left-handed reliever Merritt, who started in right field. 2-1 the count. Now they get the scoreboard right. Mallett scheduled to be on deck, and he is for now. Two-one. There's a liner. That's going to get down, or is it? That's going to get down at the base of the wall. That's an RBI double. Second straight RBI double for Mathis. He's driven in 3. Roach scores easily from third. It's 9-2 Valley View. And now courtesy runner Brody Freeman for Mathis. 3 ribbies for the senior. And another meeting on the mound brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. And another pitching change for the Pointers brought to you by Capital Auto Group. Check out their entire inventory at one location. That's CapitalCars.com. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for Van Buren after a 1-minute timeout in the 5A semifinal presented by Centennial Bank. Valley View 9, Van Buren 2.
Pac Mail Supercenter is your Yes We Do That store. Pac Mail, Tim, what's that all about?
Pac Mail can scan that, copy that, shred that, return that, design that, cut that, print that, pack that, ship that, crate that, freight that, notarize that. At Pac Mail, we can do all that and more.
Pac Mail Supercenter, the Yes We Do That store. 361 Southwest Drive at Jonesboro. Don't trust just anybody to do all that. Trust Pac Mail.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
New pitcher is the shortstop, Hudson Stewart for Van Buren. He comes in the pitch. Lakeland Merritt, who was pulled from the game defensively in the 5th, came on to relieve the starter, Wilcox. He's been relieved after giving up a triple and a double here in the top of the 6th of Valley View, and the Blazers up 7. And now we'll have to see who the new shortstop is going to be. And it looks like it is going to be Reed. Let's see. No, let's get that roster up here. It's Tristan Ray, who was in center field and was being DH'd for. He's now at shortstop. So pop up behind the plate, and a nice catch by Trenton Glover on the pop bunt. One down. Mallett bunt single and scored his last time up in the 5th. He's now
batting first base with number 5, Will Finley.
Will Finley walked each of his last 2 times up. He scored each of his last 2 times up. He struck out to end the first. 0 for 1. He scored 2 of the Blazer runs. Outside corner for a strike on the second pitch from Stewart. Will Finley. Nine hits for the Blazers, just 1 for the Pointers. The leadoff single by Truett Gazelle in the bottom of the 5th. Stewart's next pitch. There's a chopper to the shortstop, Ray. Throw to first is in time. Runner advances to third. That's the courtesy runner for Mathis Brody Freeman. 2 down in the 6th. And Levi Martin comes up. 2-run double over the bag at third, down into the left field corner in that 6-run 5th inning. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, 2 RBI. Scored later on a wild pitch in that fateful 5th for the Blazers. That's high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 out. Glover, Stewart, and Merritt due up in the bottom of the 6th for the Pointers. Outside, caught the corner for a strike, 1-1. Ball back to the mound. Pitcher dropped it. And the run scores. Oh, brother. The toss back to the mound by Trenton Glover, dropped by Stewart, and it rolled back behind the mound, and Josh Allison said, take off, Brody Freeman, and he did. Would that be an error? They haven't ruled it yet. Outside, that gets away. Official scorer has not posted anything up there. We might run up there and find out.
No.
10-2. Still 2 out in the top of the 6th for Valley View. Low in the turf, 3-1. Tatum on deck. The Blazers could somehow get a couple more runs here in this 6th inning. Before the final out, they could potentially run rule the Pointers. Ground ball past the pitcher, backhanded by Cazell. Throw to first is in time. What a beautiful play by the second baseman to end the inning, but Valley View gets 2 more runs. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 5.5, it's Valley View now up on Van Buren, 10-2.
Pac Mail Supercenter is your Yes We Do That store. Pac Mail, Tim, what's that all about?
Pac Mail can scan that, copy that, shred that, return that, design that, cut that, print that, pack that, ship that, crate that, freight that, notarize that. At Pac Mail, we can do all that and more.
Pac Mail Supercenter, the Yes We Do That store. 361 Southwest Drive at Jonesboro. Don't trust just anybody to do all that. Trust Pac Mail.
Your vehicle is a personal and important investment. At Central Collision Center, we're more than collision repair. We do everything from minor paint touch-ups and windshield replacements to framework. We're committed to customer satisfaction and provide the highest quality of service. At Central Collision Center, we provide honest and expert auto care and offer a written lifetime warranty and on-site rental car arrangements. Stop by or give us a call today to schedule your free estimate. Central Collision Center. Professional, convenient, reliable. Find Central Chevrolet on Stadium and online at centralcollisionctr.com.
Scoreboard has not put up a ruling on that last run that scored for Valley View. The catcher, Trenton Glover, throwing the ball back to the relief pitcher, Stewart. It went off Stewart's glove behind the mound to allow the courtesy runner, Brody Freeman, to score the second run of that inning. And more changes. Parker King, who went the right field in the last inning, he's now back. He's over and left. Noah Scutero is back in the game in center. And Roach is back in left. You got that? Holy smokes. Strike on the outside part of the plate from Keaton Mathis to Carson Glover. Walked and stole second in the first. Grounded to third in the third. He's 0 for 1. That's a bit outside into the backstop. Hope he hadn't been watching Ricky Vaughn too much. Well, at least the early Ricky Vaughn days. He got better as time went on, of course, as you know. 1-1 pitch for Mathis. Caught the corner outside, thigh high for a strike, 1-2. Glover, Stewart, and Merritt due up for the Pointers in the 6th. Valley View 10-2. The 1-2 outside and low.
Please don't. Ready 2-6. Ready 1, take 1.
Madden Kafia, the catcher. Outside, didn't miss by much. Valley View fans wanted strike 3. Home plate umpire not inclined to call it that way because he thought it was a ball right all the way. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Ready 3, take 3. Ready 1, 2.
First strikeout for Madden, Mathis, and the 6th for Valley View pitching. Hudson Stewart, the starting shortstop, now pitching. Bunt, a beauty. First base side, he's gonna make it. Oh, a beauty. Valley View defense caught napping there, and a bunt single for Stewart, just the second hit of the day for the Pointers.
The guy walking to the mound. Ready 2, take 2. Ready 3.
Let's see if that can start a little rally here for the 5A West champs. And we have a pinch hitter for the Pointers for Merritt is Evan Underwood, inside and tight, and backs him off just a tad. Lakeland Merritt, who started in right and then came on to pitch in relief of the starter Wilcox. Next pitch from Mathis, down and away, dropped by Kafia, but he picks it up in time.
Matt, go lead runner. Is that where you are?
2-0 the count from Keaton Mathis. Runner at first, one out on a beautiful bunt single, the first base side by Hudson Stewart. Outside, caught the corner for strike 2-0. We've seen some wild innings today. The 5th inning in the first semifinal, Greene County Tech and Benton. The Golden Eagles scored 5 in the top of the 5th. Benton scored 9 in the bottom of the 5th, all with 2 out. There's the chopper. Mathis only played at first. The toss over is in time. Sacrifice is good, 1-3. Stewart to second, 2 down. Here's Caleb Cole. Sacrifice bunt to the pitcher in the second. Grounded to short in the third. He's 0 for 1. Runner at second. 2 out for Van Buren here in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 7th, bottom third of the order due up. Tatum, King, and Driscoll. Unless Josh Allison decides to just draw some names out of a hat and send them up to the plate. Outside. Pitch number 19 from Keaton Mathis. As it stands now, Keaton Rogers would be the winning pitcher for the Blazers. Strike, a swing and a miss. 1 down and away to Cole. 1-1 the count. 2 on. Bottom of the 6th, Valley View up 10-2. They've out-hit the Pointers 9-2. There's a fly ball. Right center field. Coming over is Roach to make the catch for the out, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left, 5 left, stranded by Van Buren. We go to the 7th in the 5A baseball semifinals from Greene County Tech, presented by Centennial Bank. Valley View 10, Van Buren 2.
Your vehicle is a personal and important investment. At Central Collision Center, we're more than collision repair. We do everything from minor paint touch-ups and windshield replacements to framework. We're committed to customer satisfaction and provide the highest quality of service. At Central Collision Center, we provide honest and expert auto care and offer a written lifetime warranty and on-site rental car arrangements. Stop by or give us a call today to schedule your free estimate. Central Collision Center. Professional, convenient, reliable. Find Central Chevrolet on Stadium and online at centralcollisionctr.com.
The home of the best new and used sports equipment in Northeast Arkansas is Play It Again Sports. If you've got quality gear you're no longer using, just bring it in. Play It Again will pay you money. Want to test out a bat before you buy? Play It Again's rental program lets you test it out. And if you decide to buy, a big chunk of that rental fee goes towards your purchase. Visit Play It Again Jonesboro on Facebook for the latest deals. And come by 2006 South Caraway. Play It Again Sports, where everybody plays.
Had a youngster enjoying an ice cream sandwich. Oh, I wish I would have known that. I'd have hit it for the concession stand. Mom just wiped his face off a little bit. He's got a little bit more of it to go. At the old ballpark this afternoon. Valley View with the bottom third of the order. Madden Tatum due up, but we are going to get a pinch hitter for him. And it is the catcher. Madden Kafia. Who came in to catch in the top of the fifth. First pitch is outside from Hudson Stewart. Kafia, King, and Driscoll due up. Pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. Valley View's 8th straight semifinal appearance and looking to make it a 3rd straight trip to the championship game at least. They've won 2 in a row. Winner plays Benton next week in Hot Springs at Majestic Park in the Weekend of Champions. Outside low, 3-0. Again, the soccer championship matches will be contested at Hot Springs Lakeside. Baseball and softball at Majestic Park, a beautiful facility just off of there's ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Kafia. Sixth walk issued by Pointer pitching. And a courtesy runner for Kafia. That will be Rasmussen. He's been a busy fella today. Also a run for Levi Martin. Scored a run today. No, he did not score a run. That was Martin who scored a run, ran for himself. High ball 1 to Parker King, who came into the game pinch hitting for Leighton Holt in the 5th. And now he's went to right, now he's back to left. King singled and scored in that 5th inning. Wild pitch.
Lead runner. Oh, never mind.
And takes a little bit of a turn at second, but goes back to the bag there.
Zoom all the way in.
Benton and Farmington will play for the 5A softball title next week. Lady Cardinals winner over new battery for the camera by home plate, just on the other side of this pole right here. That holds up the support for the overhang. Showing bunt. Throw back to second, and diving back in just in time is Rasmussen, the courtesy runner. Cannon Driscoll. The senior shows bunt again. And it hit him. Nope, foul. It hit him, but it was a foul ball because it also hit the bat. Kind of shaking it off. They kind of nailed that left hand there. 1 strike and nothing, the count.
Max, stay on lead runner.
This game 2.5 hours old, 2 hours 31 minutes old now. Started at 3:24. Shows bunt again. First baseman creeping in. Strike, let her high outside, 0-2. Ragsdale due up next. Valley View Benton matchup would be a very dandy one in the final if it is that matchup. Hudson Stewart, the 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball, left center field, going back, it's off, bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. Driscoll with a second RBI. Ground rule double. Scores the courtesy runner Rasmussen from second. King will have to stop at third. It's 11-2. Hit number 10 for the Blazers. Here's Ragsdale. Struck out, flied out, popped out, and grounded into a double play. He's 0 for 4. Lined into a double play to third. His last time up in the 5th.
Ready, one, take one.
High ball 1 from Stewart. Due up for the Pointers in the bottom of the 7th. Win the 9th place hitter, and then back to the top of the order, Cazell and Wilcox. Nine-run Blazer lead. Bounces in, nice block by Trenton Glover, the catcher.
Take him one. Tell me when.
2-0 count. Breeze picking back up again.
Take it 3. Take him 1. Mac, get pitcher.
Sullivan's next pitch, low and outside, 3-0. First base open. Roach on deck, scheduled up.
Ready, one, take one.
Stewart brings home the 3-0. Outside, he walked him, loads the bases up. Ragsdale on base for the first time.
Stand on one.
Third walk of the inning.
Or follow him. Yeah, follow him. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You said don't take easy.
8th walk issued by Van Buren pitching. Another meeting on the mound brought to you by Arkansas State University, and another pitching change brought to you by the Cavanaugh Auto Group. With nobody out and the bases loaded, top of the 7th, Valley View 11 and Van Buren 2. Back in a minute.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue is still winning awards and still going strong. Over 20 years of local ownership. The reason? Their process for producing the best barbecue in the area, cooked low and slow. The same process is ensured it's done right and still making my mouth water. Take-home packs, sandwiches, ribs, desserts, beans, beans! And the big chops on the weekend. Everything cooked to perfection, even the desserts. Demo's Barbecue, across from Jonesboro High, smoking it right for over 20 years. More reasons to go to Wings to Go. TVs everywhere and variety of wings. From mild to, well, really hot. Just about any flavor you can imagine. Burgers, catfish, shrimp, tenders, salads, great food and atmosphere. Not to mention the sides and desserts and other stuff. 2 locations on Alexander and on Parkwood off Red Wolf. For 25 years, Wings to Go is the original and best place for wings in Jonesboro. Well, we think it is anyway. Wings to Go. Sports and wings. Life is good. WingsToGo.HungerRush.com for online ordering, DoorDash available, and Wacky Wednesday with 75-cent boneless wings.
J.D. Bobbitt, the new Van Buren pitcher, the 4th of the day behind the starter Weston Wilcox, and then Lakeland Merritt, Hudson Stewart. Stewart, 1 inning plus, 3 walks and a double, and he's responsible for all 3 base runners. Walked 3, didn't strike out anyone. That's a foul ball to Owen Roach. He is 1 for 4, popped up to short, fly to right, reached on an error and scored in the 5th, and tripled and scored in the 6th. 11-2 Blazers, bases full, nobody out in the top of the 7th. High pop-up foul over the screen right above us. You're listening to Valley View High School State Tournament Baseball and News Talk 1230 AM, 102.1 FM, KBTM Jonesboro, online on the EAB Media Group app, Blazer News Network this evening, the EAB Sports Network. Ryan James at our KBTM studios. Will Oswald here with you at our NA Baptist broadcast position. Good block by Glover on the pitch to low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winner plays the Benton Panthers in the Weekend of Champions in Hot Springs at Majestic Park next Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Arkansas Activities Association will announce the times tomorrow, so we'll be looking online for that. The 1-2. Letter high just off the outside part of the plate. The Van Buren fans not thrilled with that call. The 11-2 Valley View, running the 1st, running the 4th, 6 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 1 here in the 7th. Outside ball.
Yeah, probably. 31, take 1.
King at 3rd, Driscoll at 2nd, Ragsdale at 1st, 2-2 the count to Owen Roach. Fouled into the screen again.
Matt, give me a new shot.
New baseballs for the home plate umpire being brought out by Max Taylor from the Blazer dugout, which is the Greene County Tech's home dugout down the 3rd base side. Valley View, the visiting team today, Van Buren and Valley View, top 1 seeds out of their conferences. They had a coin flip to determine which school chose home or visitor, and Van Buren won the toss. There's a fly ball.
Get ready, Matt, get ready.
Center field, going back, it is caught by the center fielder. And it's going to be a sacrifice fly, an RBI for Roach. 12-2. Catch made by Wilcox, the center fielder.
No, it's 7th inning, it doesn't matter. They have to go to the bottom.
10-run lead for the Blazers.
Not yet, but when I tell you.
The first out of the inning.
Okay, Mac.
Here's Keaton Mathis, started behind the plate, now catching. Homered, walked, RBI double, and an RBI double. He's 3 for 3, driven in 3. Runners go. Outside and low, the throw to 3rd, not in time. Double steal. Driscoll to 3rd.
Good job, Mac.
Ragsdale to 2nd. And 1-0 the count to Mathis. Chopper, too short. Long throw is Not in time. Infield single for Mathis, his 4th RBI of the day. Driscoll scores. The Bakers doesn't. If you had Valley View in the 13-run pool, you can go to the pay window on that one. Runners at the corner, still only 1 out.
Give me a pitcher.
Freeman, the courtesy run for Mathis. Homer, walk, back-to-back RBI doubles and an RBI single. He's driven in 4. 11-run lead, top of the 7th. Barrett Mallett.
Ready, 1. Take 1.
Pitch, strike right down the middle. Walked in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd, bunt single in the 5th and scored, and a bunt pop-up caught by the catcher Trenton Glover his last time up in the 6th. 11 hits for the Blazers now. There's a liner, foul down the right field corner.
Mac, you still have runner, right? All right, ready, 1, take 1. All right, 2, take 2, sorry. Ooh. Come on, Mark. Or come on. Oh, no.
Valley View on their way to play for a 3rd straight state title, but they will have some tough competition to deal with the weekend. There's a fly ball, left field, going back, and a leaping catch at the wall by Chiton Wynn. But it's another sacrifice fly for the Blazers. Ragsdale scores. They added the extra point, 14-2. Here's Will Finley. Struck out in the 1st, walked and scored in the 4th, walked and scored in the 5th, grounded to short his last time up in the 6th. He's officially 0 for 2. 2 walks and 2 runs scored. J.D. Bobbitt brings home the first pitch, bounces away. And now, after a little hesitation, Freeman, the courtesy runner for Mathis, goes down to 2nd. Passed ball, charged to the catcher, Trenton Glover. 14-2 Blazers. It's been a wild last 4 innings for Valley View at the plate. Swing and a miss. Good heat there from Bobbitt. Boy, he meant that. Letter I inside half of the plate, 0-1 the count.
I timed it for
Finley at the plate.
you are on the runner.
Pinch hitter on deck for Levi Martin, the DH. It's Noah Scutero.
Take 2.
Good block in the turf by Glover. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scutero, the last 3 games, DH for. He was pulled from the game in the 1st inning after
Do that pan. Do that
starting pitcher Madden Tatum was pulled after allowing the first 3 to reach on a walk, an HPP, and a walk. That's Scutero re-entering the game here. Strike in the outside corner, 1-2. Another good pitch by Bobbitt. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine post-game show coming up in a bit. Bobbitt gets the sign from Trenton Glover. The 1-2 pitch, 2 out to Finley. Low and away, good block again by the catcher Trenton Glover.
Ready, 2, take 2.
Carson Glover, Ray, Cazell, and Cole, the infield left to right. Wynn, Wilcox, and Merritt in the outfield left to right. Valley View in control after trailing 2-1 after 2 innings. Ball 3, ball 4, another walk.
Follow him. Take 2.
4th walk of the inning, 5th walk of the inning.
Ready, 3, take 3.
From Pointer pitching, and here's Noah Scutero. Pinch hitting for the DH. Levi Martin. See what Noah can do here. Outside strike on the corner.
Today's the longest.
Sure, his dad, Mike, is grinning from ear to ear, getting to see his young man at the plate. Good glove in center field, we know. Runners go. Runner from third goes. There's a high pop-up down the line behind first base. It goes into foul territory, and Cole makes the catch for the out to end the inning, but Valley View adds 4 more runs on the board on just 2 hits, no errors, 5 walks, 2 sacrifice flies, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Valley View 3 outs away from the finals. They lead Van Buren 14-2.
Precision Lawn Management brings expert care to every yard they service. Every blade of grass is cut just right. Every edge is trimmed with sharp accuracy. Every landscape is designed with an expert touch because precision matters. Like a surgeon's steady hands in the operating room, an artist's perfect brushstroke, or a pilot making a flawless landing. True professionals don't settle for good enough. When it comes to your lawn, neither should you. Call Precision Lawn Management today at 870-275-5769. Precision Lawn Management, because a great lawn is no accident.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document systems dealer in Jonesboro.
This is Barry Forrest. My family's been taking care of equipment needs of businesses just like yours since 1965. I would love to work for you today.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document system dealer at 1005 G Street in Jonesboro, 932-7852. Call Forrest Office Machines today.
We go to the bottom of the 7th. Again, we've seen some crazy things happen here today. A combined 14 runs in the 5th between Greene County Tech and Benton in the first semifinal. It's going to take a wild and woolly bottom of the 7th for Van Buren to come back and stun the Blazers. Keaton Mathis. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Titan Wynn. Reached on an error in the 2nd. Struck out swinging to end the 4th. He's 0 for 2. Made a fine catch out in left field in the last half inning. Back to the top of the order in Cazell and Wilcox. Due up here in the 7th. If anybody gets on, Trenton Glover. Outside off the mid of Kafia, the catcher. King, Scutero, Roach, the outfield left to right. Mallet, Driscoll, Ragsdale, and there's a ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time. That's Will Finley back at first. Mallet to Finley, 1 down in the 7th inning. Max Taylor was at third there, okay. I think. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Find me something, Mac.
Strike called to Cazell. Walked in the first, struck out 2-3, put out in the 2nd, and then led off the 5th with the first hit of the day for the Pointers, a single to center field. Check swing held up in well enough time, well, more than enough time. 1-1. That was Driscoll at second. Emerson, I thought it might have been a change. I mean, Josh Allison's made so many changes today, it's hard to keep up with. Strike in the outside corner, 1-2. Mathis, the 1-2. Liner, one hopper, diving stop by the shortstop Driscoll. Throw to first, 2 down, 1 to go. For Weston Wilcox, the starting pitcher. Now in center. Hit by a pitch in the first. Intentionally walked in the second. Fly to center in the 5th. He's 0 for 1. Last chance. Foul into the screen. 2 strikes to go for the Blazers. I wonder if there's some Benton folks that have been watching this one. I wouldn't blame them. Do a little scouting.
Ready, 1.
0-1 from Mathis. Just off the outside edge, bell tie. 1-1.
Yeah, get both of them if you can.
Foul past Luke Weatherford in the third base coach's box. One ball, 2 strikes. Blazers a strike away. Keaton at this pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball game over. Semifinal over. And the Valley View Blazers will go for a three-peat in the Spa City on next week. The final score in the 5A tournament semifinal from Greene County Tech High School, presented by Centennial Bank. Valley View 14, Van Buren 2. Back for the Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine post-game show in 1 minute on the Ticket Radio Network and the Blazer News Network.
Every person deserves respect, and that's what you're promised when you work with Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Bill Stanley and Jared Woodard have earned their reputation as hometown lawyers that get big city results. In fact, they've both been recognized in the National Trial Lawyers Association Top 100. They won't take shortcuts and won't squeeze you for every penny, whether it's personal injury, nursing home neglect, criminal defense, or civil litigation. Get respect, results, relief with Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Call 932-2000 and visit stanleywoodard.com.
For over 25 years, Central Toyota has proudly served drivers across Northeast Arkansas with the reliability and quality you expect from Toyota. And right now, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, including 2 years or 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Whether you're shopping for a rugged truck, a family SUV, or a fuel-saving sedan, Central Toyota is ready to help you find the perfect fit. Visit Central Toyota, 3305 Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro. Find them on Facebook and shop online at centraltoyota.com.
The Valley View Blazers, 8th straight semifinal appearance, and they will go for 3 straight 5A championships when they meet the Benton Panthers in Hot Springs in the Weekend of Champions, either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday next week at Babe Ruth Field at Majestic Park in Hot Springs. Will Oswald back with you on News Talk 1230 AM, 102.1 FM, KBTM, and the EAB Sports Network for the post-game show brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, helping get you back in the game for more than 40 years. Van Buren were the opponents. The 5A West champs came up short today. Valley View, a 2-out homer from Keaton Mathis in the first to take the lead. But then in the bottom of the first, an RBI double play grounder from Reed Anderson scored Truett Kazell from third to give the Pointers a tie. Then in the second, Van Buren took the lead, a leadoff walk to Lakeland Merritt. He would eventually score an unearned run in the second to make it 2-1. Valley View tied it with, actually took the lead with a 2-run fourth inning. Will Finley walked, Levi Martin walked, a single later in the inning, Leighton Holt. An error on a pickoff play at second base allowed the go-ahead run to score, actually the tying run to score. That made it 2-2. And then a 6-run inning in the fifth for the Blazers as they batted around on 5 hits to lead it 8-2. They scored 2 more in the sixth and added 4 in the seventh to win it by a final score of 14-2 to go to 28-2 on the season. The winning pitcher in relief, Keaton Rogers. The losing pitcher, Weston Wilcox. It will be Valley View and Benton either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday at Babe Ruth Field at Majestic Park in Hot Springs, the host site for the softball and baseball finals in the Centennial Bank Weekend of Champions. And again, the soccer state title matches at Hot Springs Lakeside. A huge thanks to the staff and the administration at Greene County Tech, the host for the 5A state tournament. Also Paragould High School for their first round co-hosting duties on Thursday. Athletic Director Aaron Thornton and all the staff here. A great tip of the cap to them. Great staff getting us on YouTube, and Ryan James back at KBTM for getting us on the air this afternoon. I'm Will Oswald. Hope you have enjoyed it. We'll see you next week from Hot Springs. Again, the final score in the 5A semifinals presented by Centennial Bank. Valley View 14 and Van Buren 2. You've been listening to the 5A state tournament on the EAB Sports Network and the Blazer News Network. So long, everybody.
From the 5A state tournament, this has been the Valley View Blazers on the EAB Sports Network and the Blazer News Network. Today's broadcast has been presented by NEA Baptist, First National Bank, Kavanaugh Auto Group, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Focus Bank, Prestige Heating and Cooling, Stanley Woodard Law Firm, Central Toyota, Vision Care Center, Air Today, Arkansas State University, and Centennial Bank.